So a couple flags today anyhow. So I got a report that down here at Royal City High School, some of the kids were putting flags on their trucks and they were making them take them down. And then I got a follow-up report that they took down the Gadsden flag, the rebel flag, and then they've started letting them put up the American flag. Well, that's something, right? Except for, last I checked on the First Amendment, it didn't limit you to that.
Yes, can I help you?
Yes, what the principal said.
Just one moment. Okay. May I ask who's calling?
My name's Gavin.
Gavin?
Yes.
Okay. Is he expecting you?
No.
Okay. And where are you from? Or what are you from? What are you coming representing or?
I'm representing Liberty.
Liberty.
Is Mr. Ellis
Yeah, just have a seat. He's in a quick meeting, but he should be out in just a minute.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll just wait.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Jerry.
There's
You, Mr.
a
Fowler?
couple
Yes.
of doors.
Hey,
But they're big
um,
doors that open like
I was waiting for the principal, but you might do.
Open
I
it.
heard that a report that you guys were restricting people from flying flags on their vehicles.
There's flags out there.
Yeah, there is now. I heard that people brought a rebel flag, a Patriot Gadsden flag, and an American flag a few days ago, and you made them take them all down.
Let's go and talk to Mr. Ellis.
He's the principal.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
And you are?
My name's Gavin.
Yeah. Hey, Matt, you got Gavin, he wants to talk about the flag deal.
Hey there. Good. Gavin.
Ellis.
Matt?
Yeah.
And you're Mr. Fowler?
Rick Follett, yeah.
Rick Fowler. So I'm just trying to get some clarity on this. I heard a word going out that you guys had some kids bringing flags in on their vehicles and that you made them take those down. And I do obviously see some flags out here now, so maybe there's been a change in that. But I heard that there was a rebel flag, a Gadsden flag, and an American flag the other day on the first day of school that you guys had them take down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we what we did was we wanted to check over with safety issues, the legalities, kind of the district stance.
Sure.
So until we could get that all figured out.
Right. Well, and that's why I'm here. I want to give you guys an opportunity to address it, And,
Yeah.
Okay. So is that rule scrubbed now? I mean, they can bring any flag they want on their vehicle, or
We're still, if we feel like it promotes tension, then or racism or anything like that, or we'll ask kids to take those down.
so the American flag is good now, I'm guessing.
Yes. Yeah.
A lot of people could argue the American flag promotes tension and racism too. So I guess what I want to do is, I'm sure I see this out there, but I'm going to leave you guys a copy of it.
Okay.
The First Amendment's clear. You can't tell somebody on their private property that they can't have a flag on their truck. And so these kids can bring in a Gadsden flag, a rebel flag. I mean, There's nothing lewd. There's nothing inappropriate about that. I know there's a scandal around the rebel flag. Around the rebel flag. And it's just political BS. But the truth is, it's up to the kids. If they want to express themselves, it's not like they're setting up a flagpole in the middle of a commons area. And so I want you guys, and that's what I want to encourage you guys to remember, that these kids' trucks are their private property. And so that's protected by the Fourth Amendment. Their right to free speech is protected by the First Amendment. And I understand you want order and you want there to be, you want respect and decorum and all that kind of stuff. And so we should always be principled in the stands that we take. But by telling these kids, hey, you got to take your flag down. And I actually heard that somebody was suspended for a couple of days because they put a flag up yesterday when they left.
No, it was because of insubordination.
Insubordination in flying a flag, or?
It's subordination. We were still in the process of trying to check it out with the district lawyers and understand where the district stance was on it.
You understand, though, guys, that you can't be insubordinate with your rights. I mean, district lawyers have no say over the First Amendment.
Okay.
And so has that suspension been reversed?
We are still waiting to meet with the father.
So you threw somebody out of this school for flying a flag. Am I clear on that?
We suspended him because he was insubordinate.
By flying a flag, when the process hadn't been determined how you were going to deal with it. Now, as I got it, he was actually leaving school for the day and he put his flag up.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Yeah.
And we asked him to take it down because he was on school grounds. Are you recording us?
Absolutely.
That's not legal.
Yes, it is.
You have to notify us.
No, this is a public place, guys, and you saw that I was recording the whole time. So look. I'm actually giving you guys an opportunity to address this. So let's not be by me recording this, I'm making it so that I can't say you guys said anything that you didn't say.
I guess I'm not comfortable with.
Would you like to go out in the public area? I mean, this whole building's public, and you guys knew I was recording when I walked in.
No, we didn't.
Let's go out to the main office. Then we don't have any confusion about it. So the main thing I want to understand is that you guys aren't going to continue doing this to people.
T-R-E-Y.
Doing what?
T-O-N.
Harassing them for their rights, suspending them for exercising their First Amendment. Are we good on that?
Not really sure if I understand what you're saying.
Okay, do you want me
Once
to
again-
read the First Amendment to you?
Okay,
It is
we need
over
to
here.
stop this conversation, please.
No. I just want an answer on how you guys are going to handle this in the future. I mean, you seem unusually hostile about something as simple as whether somebody can fly a flag on their truck.
And we've answered your question.
Okay. I understand that. And let me just shore it up for you. These kids, and I want to encourage these kids, they can fly their flag on their truck, they can fly the rebel flag, they can fly the Gadsden flag. You guys have no say over the private property of individuals. You have to abide by the Constitution. And look, I mean, I see a copy of the Declaration there on the wall. It's beautiful. And I want you guys to remember that. If you guys set a precedent of, hey kids, the law is what government says, the law is what we say, that's not liberty. That's not America. And you
we
guys
ask
will
you to
uphold the
stop
standard.
recording?
I'm in a public place and I can record.
You're recording a conversation without notifying me ahead of time, and I've asked you.
You've been notified.
And I asked you to stop.
Yeah, we're not playing that game. Okay?
I'm done.
You can be done. I'm just saying, I don't want to hear this happening again here. You guys quit harassing your students for exercising their rights. It's not a request. It's the law. They have that right, and you guys need to start being an example for these kids and stop acting like children. Start standing up for their rights and quit being cowards. Are you a coward? Or do you want to stand up for liberty? You guys need to choose where you stand.
Stand up for rights of all of our students.
You're not standing up for rights when you suspend kids because they fly a flag on their truck. When you make them take down their flags on their truck, it's their property, it's their liberty. Show some respect for it, okay, Mr. Follett?
We show respect for all of our kids.
You didn't show respect, and you owe these kids an apology.
I'm not going to sit here and argue with you.
You can walk away whenever you want. I'm not keeping you here.
I'm going to go to my classrooms where I was going to go.
All right, you have a good day, and let's make sure we get this straightened out for the sake of the parents and the kids and the example that you set. You can snuff your nose at me all you want, but you guys are responsible for what happens here, all right? You have a good day, Mr. Follett. So here's the thing, folks. This is a matter of not just flags, and that's one of the reasons I'm down here. I don't send my kids to public school because our schools are getting worse and worse and worse. They're federal government-controlled schools of indoctrination anymore, more than places of education. And we see that right here in this little farm town of Royal City, Washington, where the thumb of government telling these kids, you have to do it our way, is being pushed down. So, hey, now we have free speech. They get to fly the American flag today, right? Yesterday, a kid suspended for putting a rebel flag on his truck when he leaves. That's insubordination? What part of the First Amendment, what part of free speech, what part of liberty is confusing to these belligerent, insubordinate people that call themselves authority in these places? This is not simply about a flag on a truck. It's about the right to speech, which is the right to our faith, which is the right to the press. And all of these things encompass the foundations of liberty. And if you don't defend liberty, if you don't defend your neighbor as yourself, if we don't stand on principle, bold and just for liberty, then we're going to lose it. And that's why we are losing it. That's why America is losing its liberty. That's why most of America has become a nation of slaves, because we tolerate this kind of foolishness. We tolerate this politically correct, hypersensitive nonsense in the name of not causing division or not offending. Well, I don't care if my liberty offends you. I don't care if my flag offends you. I don't care if truth offends you. We need to get back to the foundations of our God-given liberty and stand up for what's right. So to all these kids at Royal City High School, if you're in a situation where, you know, our schools are crazy and corrupt, but if you have to go there, you can stand up for yourself. Do it principled, do it right. But if you want to fly your flag on your truck, if you want to fly the rebel flag, if you want to fly the Gadsden flag, if you want to fly the American flag, then fly it. Stop just bowing down. If they tell you don't fly the flag, come back with 3 of them the next day. And people will say, well, you know, you're just encouraging people to be rebellious. You know what? We need to rebel against unjust and lawless authority, because that's how we stand up for just, lawful authority. Guess what, guys? Your lawyers don't get to decide my rights. My children's birthright is not open for negotiation. Looks like they brought their cop friend out here. Now they're... Did you have another question?
No, if you'd like to set up a meeting without recording, we can do that.
You know, I'm good. I mean, you guys have stated where you stand, and I record everything. I mean, I'm a journalist, so that's what I do, and especially with public officials.
We didn't know that.
Well, I walked in clearly with the camera guys. I mean,
Do
you have credentials?
I don't need credentials. My credentials are the Constitution, sir, and my natural rights.
No, but when you're on public property, we have to actually know who you are because we have to protect the safety.
Yeah, I went to the office. They didn't ask me for who I was, so I checked in at the office first just to make sure we were.
Identification who you are.
They didn't ask me for an identification.
Did you give your name? Because we don't want somebody misrepresenting who you are. Maybe it's not really you.
I don't worry about that. What's your name?
No, I'm going to check your license plate because really we have to make sure when you come on to campus. Our primary concern is the safety.
Let's set 2 things straight. First of all, I owe you nothing.
This is your car?
Gavin,
Is this your car?
like I said, we could set up a meeting at a later date where you
You know, now this is a perfect time. If you guys want to make a statement, if you feel like maybe you didn't represent, you know, maybe I caught you off guard or something, and you want to state it differently, now's your chance. I mean, go ahead. I'm not trying to twist your guys' words or anything like that. I'm just concerned about.
Like I said, if you'd like to set up a meeting later,
No, this is your meeting, guys. Now's your
There is
chance. Yeah.
So, and I didn't have.
You're welcome to film me as well. Don't worry about it.
I did not know that I
Yeah.
was being recorded at the time, and there was
Okay.
no.
Well, you should assume as a public servant in the capacity of their duties that you're always being, you know, if people are questioning you, that you're being held accountable for that. But if you guys have a statement you want to make.
No. You have to understand these are kids under 18. We don't let.
I know, and that's why I'm here to defend their rights.
Well, good. We just want to make sure you are. If you're saying you're Gavin Syme, we find out tomorrow you're not. And Gavin Syme.
Don't play political games with me, guys. The concern is here is you guys violated people's First Amendment right.
You're
I'm
acknowledging.
asking you to leave too.
You are
You're asking me to
Syme,
leave.
right?
Yeah, I'm asking you to leave.
So, and
You're
under what
recording this. Could you answer? Are you Gavin
under what
Syme?
authority are you asking me to leave?
I'm asking you to leave the school campus.
For what reason?
For the purpose of I do not feel comfortable. I don't.
Answering to the law, you don't feel comfortable with the Constitution. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'm asking you to leave. So.
And so what happens if I don't? I mean, I'm actually about ready to leave, but is that a threat, or I'm a little confused?
No, we don't threat. We are going to protect the safety of students. Are you?
Did you
Gavin
protect the student safety by suspending them for flying a flag on their truck,
Simple
sir?
question, Mr. Syme. I know who you are. Please acknowledge that you're Gavin Syme.
With respect, I'm not here to answer your questions. I'm here to ask questions.
You're not on the roadway. You're in a public school.
Which is
You
exact-
have
which
to
is-
acknowledge who you are. That's the law.
Actually, I'm on public property in a parking lot.
In a public school.
Do you understand the laws of public property in public places?
Do you really know who I am, Mr. Syme? I know the law better than you do.
I
You're
highly
in a
doubt
parking
that.
lot with kids.
Yeah.
So please leave.
You guys have a good day. All right.
Thank you. And I'll watch myself on TV tonight gladly.
I just want you guys to honor the Constitution and
We are.
people's rights.
And
you know,
we're honoring the students' rights. Please leave.
you're not honoring the students' rights when you don't let them fly a flag, and that's what this comes down to.
You took video.
They're flying the flag that you guys approved, and you need to respect liberty in the Constitution, gentlemen. So, just to recap, here's this Royal City High School. They ban these flags, including the American flag, all right? Then, the next day, it sounds like they say, well, the American flag can stay. We've decided that you can still have that right, but the other flags have to go. Then, at the end of the day, a student goes to leave and puts up one of his other flags, either the Patriot flag or the Rebel flag, and he's suspended for days because he was insubordinate by putting up that flag. What this really comes down to is he didn't kiss the boots of tyranny
as much as they would have liked. And so they're punishing him so they can put him in his place. So then I go down and I call out the principal and the vice principal. And they sit there and admit what they've done. They actually think it's okay that they violate people's rights in this way. And then they try and pretend, oh, well, you're filming us. That's illegal, once they don't like the way the conversation is going. Even though I've been holding my camera out the whole time and we're in a public place. This is the nature of what our government, what our halls of education have come to, and we have to do something about it.